Hey everyone.
Hey guys, we wanted to update you on what you can expect in this new cycle that just started. Main program for strength and conditioning, we're doing a return to the classics. So you're going to see your basic squat, bench, deadlift. The accessories are going to be basically filled in by some things like some classic bodybuilding type accessories, familiars. We're also adding a handstand to the skill side of things. We're going to continue doing the plyometrics like we always do, which are going to go back to box jumps and single leg box jumps. And then on the connective tissue training side, Grayson has some exciting news.
Yeah, we have a lot of additional connective tissue training on a few different parts. So on the lower body days, even though it's not technically lower body, but we always include training on that day, we're going to do spine stuff. We're also going to do connective tissue training on knees and ankles on the other lower body day. On the upper body days, we're doing shoulder external rotation and elbow stuff. And for those of you who aren't coaches, we're basically just trying to give you as much well-rounded connective tissue training as you would need for all kinds of different performance. But if you happen to be a coach, we're really trying to go through that kind of initial stages of connective tissue training all the way to the more advanced performance stuff. So we're trying to go along the spectrum and give you some guidance on what that would look like just to progress to the higher levels of that stuff. So, I mean, it's really valuable for everybody, but if you like the nerdier side and the why we're doing it, it's going to be helpful to see that progression as well if you happen to be a coach.
Yeah, so a lot of the new exercises this cycle are going to come into the connective tissue side. We'll be busy filming lots of exercises. It may be different than a normal progression. Like normally somebody might need to stay at one phase for many weeks. The capsule and mobility focus has really kind of stayed in those stage 1 and 2, which is the stretch plus high intensity isometrics, moving on to second stage, which is eccentrics. So that's mostly developing range because most of us just kind of need more range to work on our deficits. However, then this cycle is going to progress through, so you'll be able to see kind of what that would look like. However, you will be able to stop and stay at one phase if that's what you truly need, and then you can just kind of see what's going on for the other phases. Yeah.
And we don't mean to explain it in a way like you have to go all the way through that progression, because honestly, like even the way that we train, the majority of the stuff that we do is in those earlier stages, if you want to call them that, because everything is finite, everything goes away. So keeping stimulus on that's really important, but dosing in these higher velocity things, more explosive stuff is really valuable, but it doesn't need to be, nor should it be, the majority of the stuff that you're doing. But we're going to at least give you some taste of what that progression looks like.
It's sprinkles on the ice cream cone.
Yeah, that's good. Sprinkles. Who doesn't like sprinkles?
Right. And then just one last quick note for you guys, just in case you haven't heard this before or you're not familiar with how we program our cycles. We work in 2-week chunks where the 1 week is strength and hypertrophy, high intensity. The week following that is more connective tissue and speed, dynamic effort.
Athletic things.
Yeah. And we don't do the traditional peaking cycles that you're probably used to, that we used to do, which is basically this build of volume to a nauseating maximum and then a week deload, and then a build and then a deload. And the deloads are very short, and it's basically load management. And then you're just constantly on these volume cycles, or maybe you just take a long time off and don't really do anything like you hope you would because you're so crushed. The goal with our program is to just kind of keep you going continually so that you're constantly seeing progress, because you're putting in that high intensity input for adaptation. So the next time you come back, if it's worked, if you're recovered before you go again, you get more. And then our deload recommendation is to stop, take a cycle off, and do the capsule focus for however long you need. There's strength maintenance in there, so you shouldn't really be losing strength and mass while you're doing this. You can also mix and match and do like an upper body capsule and lower body strength, or just one of the capsule days that really speaks to what your particular deficits are. And then coming soon, we're going to be launching an introductory program that goes really deep on specifics to help you guys dial in setups for those of you that have problematic capsules. Or other just problematic tissues. There's a lot of nuance there. And so we're going to try to bring as much of our personal touch to this program so that you guys can really make it target the things like you need them to be targeted.
Yeah, feels good.
Ramble. Wife
said
went on
it
a
all. He
rant
said it
again.
all.
Sorry. Okay. Hope you guys enjoy this cycle. See you soon.
It's gonna be awesome. See ya.
Bye.